Everyone says to just draw. But the problem is, I have this feeling inside me that says everything has to be perfect. Even the reference. I would constantly think about finding a better one. Trying to find the perfect reference, I kept finding fault in what I was doing. And I found out that trying to be perfect was the shortcut to destroying my pleasure and joy in drawing. I didn't even start drawing yet, but I felt like giving up. Perfectionism exists because I want to do the best out of it. I want to be good and flawless and perfect. I mean, trying to be good isn't a bad thing, right? I can't say it's a bad thing, but what I can say is that it's an act of rejecting yourself. What does it feel like to be rejected by a close friend or family member? Disappointment, anger, frustration? What's for sure is that it's going to hurt. And that pain is going to turn into a scar that's going to remind you every time you pick up that pencil, drawing hurts. Perfectionism is saying no to yourself. It's rejecting your personality, your style, and your creativity. No one is perfect. Let's let go of our perfectionism and embrace ourselves. I was able to motivate myself to start drawing freely and to really enjoy drawing again by overcoming perfectionism. So in this video, I'll share with you 10 ways that mentally helped me overcome perfectionism. Number 1. Know what you like. If you know what you like, there's a bigger chance you'll know what to draw. This is going to make finding reference a lot easier, which will save you lots of time and energy going to waste. Once you have the reference you really like, you're most likely going to want to start drawing. Number 2, write down your thoughts. If you don't know what you like or want to draw, write down your thoughts on a piece of paper. To truly understand what you like and want to draw, you have to understand yourself. If you don't know what you want to draw, there's a chance you're clogged with too many thoughts. Writing down your thoughts will unclog your mind, giving space to think and comprehend about yourself. Relax. If you're not a writing person, it's okay. You don't need a 3-paragraph essay. Just write down 1 sentence. If that's too hard, just 1 word. If you're having a hard time finding reference, get to know yourself more by writing down your thoughts. Number 3, draw the part you want to draw most first. You have your reference. Now it's time to finally start your first stroke. This is when that feeling of what if I mess up starts to fill my mind. So we stick to the manual. But not all art manuals work for everyone, and rules and restrictions take the fun out of drawing. So I suggest to draw the first stroke of the part you're most comfortable with, or the part you want to draw the most. It could be the eyes, the hair, or the nose. And because you can see that you didn't mess up on the first stroke, you're showing yourself that you're way better than you think. Remember these moments so that the next time that feeling of what if I mess up starts to kick in, you can kick it right back out. Number 4, understand less is more. I found myself avoiding drawing because I didn't want to put too much energy into it. I have life and other things to do. I can't put in sweat and hours into a masterpiece. But drawing doesn't always have to take hours. And it isn't all about the masterpieces either. You can say, when we were young, we drew for hours. Now that we're older, we don't have that much time. That's true. But this can't be an excuse to not draw. You can draw for just 10 to 20 minutes. It's fine. But once you start drawing, you'll probably be drawing for another half hour because it's going to be fun. Having in mind that you don't need to draw a detailed masterpiece for hours will make drawing easier to start. And drawing for a short time or drawing less will bring back the fun to drawing. Also, drawing less will make you think more on what to draw and what not to draw, ultimately making you a master at looking at the big picture and becoming a better artist. Some of my favorite artists draw less. They're skilled enough to show more with less. Number 5, don't draw identically. You don't have to draw identical to the reference. If your focus on drawing goes to copying, you're going to spend a lot of time correcting meaningless errors. When I was obsessed with drawing identically, I kept changing subtle elements that looked just fine. This obsession made me constantly erase, making me draw the same drawing over and over again, which created fatigue and stress. I like to think of drawing a little different than the reference in the first place. I'm, in a sense, creating my own art, and as you progress, you can adapt and find out how you draw certain things in a certain style. That's going to be your style, your you. Number 6, you can hide this drawing. At times, I just don't feel good enough. I lack confidence for no reason. Maybe I haven't drawn in a while, or maybe I'm just starting to draw. So my thoughts stop me from drawing. But drawing isn't a test. This isn't art class where in the end, you have to show your drawing to your teacher and classmates. In fact, you don't need to show this to anyone. You can just hide this drawing. No one is going to come look for it. It's just a secret. A good old learning experience that was completely worth the try. Number 7, start from the back page of your notebook. Okay, maybe you want a nice, perfectly organized notebook of your drawings. You want your best artwork on the front page, because that's the first page you'll see when you flip through. Then draw the best artwork on the front page last. How? By drawing from the back page of your notebook. Theoretically, since you're going to gradually get better at drawing the more you draw, the last drawing you'll draw on the first page will be the best one. But really, there's no such thing as a perfect notebook. For me, after dozens of notebooks and drawings, you really barely go back to them. The skill and technique I've obtained on the way is more genuine than the drawings itself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying your artwork is worthless. I'm saying you don't need to keep your artwork perfectly organized. Number 8, feel the pump. There's a fitness saying that your body pump is a preview of your future self. When you work out, feeling the pump allows you to know that you're leveling up. In drawing too, understand that just by drawing, you're becoming a better artist. Stay motivated and consistent by feeling the pump. You might be saying that you can't feel the pump, that your fingers aren't getting thicker. You're not going to see your hand muscles pumping. But trust me, you're becoming a better artist every stroke you make. Number 9, stop drawing. When I don't like my drawing, I tend to draw more, trying to draw a better drawing. In haste, I draw the same drawing another time, or quickly try to find a better and easier reference to draw, because I didn't like one tiny aspect of my previous drawing. I have 2 things to say about this. 1, the next drawing is going to be worse, because you're drawing in haste and you have less energy to draw with. And 2, the part that you didn't like is only visible to you. If you show the drawing to someone without showing the reference with it, they're not going to spot the difference. They can't. If you're drawing again because you didn't like the previous drawing, put that pencil down and stop drawing. Number 10, more drawing. I know that the saying draw more is scary. It's hard to draw daily, and some days I just don't feel like drawing. But I'm not forcing you to make more drawings. What I'm trying to say is, more drawing is a result of drawing freely. It's a reward you achieve once you figure out that drawing freely is something you want to do. It's fun. And once I started to overcome perfectionism and started to draw freely like a child, I was just naturally drawing more, having a good time. I'm not here to convince you to draw more or every day. This is something that will happen naturally once you start to overcome your perfectionism and draw freely, really enjoying drawing. I tend to feel the pressure of perfection now that I'm older. When I was young, I didn't think about perfection. I just drew because it was fun and the people around me told me I was good. But all of a sudden, I'm an adult. I have my responsibilities and I have to grow up and be a man, but let's be free at least when drawing. I'm going to let go of all the burdens just for now, just when I'm drawing. And once I let go, that joy of becoming a child again, drawing with freedom, acting in freedom, not being surrounded by offense, and free. I guess this is what Cho Meng meant by his YouTube channel banner. Draw freely like a child. I know it's hard. I still struggle with perfectionism every now and then too. But the reason I made this video is because the joy in drawing freely was just immeasurable. And I just wanted to help anyone else who was having a hard time with drawing perfectionism. Let's have more fun in drawing. That's it for this video. Let's get better together. Take it easy.